Alrighty, hello there, welcome to the channel. Today I'll be doing a devlog about my game, The Rift. This is episode 1, creating art assets. The Rift is a top-down RPG game. It's very simple right now. You can move, you can interact to some extent, and you can even pass through scenes. Such as this one. Right now, I'm going to create my own art. So far, this grass, this road, and these rocks I've made. And this little thing. What I'm trying to do right now is draw this chopped tree into my own. And a sign, and maybe the house in the pot. Let's see what we can do.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.
Alrighty, without any further ado, let's get on with the video.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing.
So after I made this wonky tree, I kind of made some others. It's pretty obvious which one I liked. And so that's the one I use. Alright, so after I made the tree, I added into my scene like this. I added a polygon collider all around the tree. And then we can try our game to see how it works. Now, I want you to be able to walk under the tree, but you can't. And the reason why for that is because we put the collider all over the tree. But with top-down games, there's one other thing that you have to be wary of. The way the colliders are put. So if I take my player here and look at his box collider, it's on the feet. And the reason for that is then, let's say you're leaning over this hedge / bush, then it looks like you're actually leaning over it. Rather than if I put this all over the character, so I can just drag this up to his head, then it looks like it's not really realistic. From the top end, it doesn't matter because the feet are in the front, right? So I can lower this collider, and it all looks good. So for this tree, I should just lower the collider, right? Well, here you go. If I lower the collider of my tree, so I can erase this polygon collider, and I had already made the box collider for ease of access to show you guys. So then if we do walk, it looks more realistic now, but you can go over it. And the reason for that is because if you look at the tree's layer, he's on the layer tree, which is right under player. So you might think, oh, well, we can just hire the layer and it'll work. Well, yes, if we do hire the layer, then it's more realistic, as you can see. Of course, don't mind the shadow, that the shadow's on top. So a way to fix the shadow is I made another tree where the shadows actually is, here, look. I'll just show you. Where the shadows is not part of the tree, and I just added on, and I made the shadows just above the ground layer. So then we can actually be swapping layers with the actual tree. So as I was saying, and then we get this effect, right? So an easy fix for this effect is just to hide a layer, you might think, which we do, and then it looks good and all, right? You can walk under the tree until you go on the other side, and it looks like you can walk right under the tree. And the reason for that is because if you check colliders, your collider's on the feet, right? And the tree's collider is on the root part, but the top of your body does not have a collider. So you just go through it because the tree is on top of the player. So I actually found a fix to this, which was to create another object called the layer swapper. And pretty much what this object did is that trigger collider all on the top of the tree. So pretty much what it does in the simplest way possible is if you collided that, then the tree's layer, not the shadow of the tree, right, is set higher than the player. And if you are away from it, then it's set lower than the player, like this. If I'm not touching this collider, because the collider goes from here all the way around, then it's under the tree is under the player, and you get this, right? And if you are touching the collider, the tree's layer is above you. If you actually look here, right here next to the tree, it says your layer is tree, which is under the player. And then if you go under the tree, aka hit this collider, it swaps to highest layer, which is the highest layer. And yeah, that's how I added trees into my game. I'll make this a prefab and spread this around my game. See you then. So at this point I just started adding trees. I just pretty much prefabbed it and added it all over the place. A little at the top, a little at the bottom, and a little near the house. Eventually, I'm going to start making my assets to every single room. Sorry if you can hear some noise in the background. Now seems like a good time to tell you about my game. My game is a top-down RPG type game. Pretty much, you're a little villager in the town of Straya. The Demon Lord has awakened after 2,000 years. He's been unsealed. Your goal is to seal him back away by finding the ancient amulet. And each piece of the amulet is guarded by the 12 generals of the Demon Lord. That's pretty much my game in a nutshell.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
So the finished project looks like this. It's pretty simple. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and maybe even a sub. Catch you later.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.